So today we are checking out more Nemophila. This is a cover of Iron Maiden's Ace is High. Okay, so forgive me if I get this wrong. I believe on bass, is it Haraguchi-san? If I said that wrong, please somebody help me understand how to pronounce that in the comments. I do like to get it right. Man, if you know anything about Iron Maiden, and I don't know which audience is seeing this right now, I do have an all Iron Maiden playlist going that I'll tag somewhere. So if you're into Iron Maiden and you like this and you wanted to learn more and you want to watch me react through it, I'm going through every song ever made by Iron Maiden. It's going to take a long time because there's about 187 of them. This is one of the most popular. But if you know anything about Iron Maiden, you'll know that their bass player, Steve Harris, does the majority of their songwriting, which means that the majority of the awesome guitar riffs that you also hear, usually in some form or fashion, probably started as a bass lick. And if you're thinking, well, that was probably a bit too much to be played by a bass, nope, it wasn't. The majority of a lot of what you hear from Iron Maiden was written by Steve Harris, their bass player. So for Haraguchi-san to absolutely be slaying this at this point in time is just a massive credit. We're going to probably talk a lot about her in this moment because it's just bass is just a massive feature. And the way Iron Maiden is mixed and the way this was written, you know, you definitely just get to hear that much more clearly than you do in some musical aspects. So let's just all appreciate that. So there's a little bit of education that comes with this as well. When I feel like I can give it, I do. Okay, I want to get this right as well. I want to say Hazuki. Also adding the second vocal element here. If I didn't get that right for whatever reason, then please let me know. But I believe that's Saki. I hope I said that right. And I believe that left is Hazuki, which came in with just an absolutely glorious voice. I don't know that I've ever I don't remember hearing her in any of the other reactions I've done to Nemophila at this point in time. Obviously, this is, again, a cover of Iron Maiden, but everybody is just absolutely crushing this. And there's been a lot of covers to this song. There just have. I mean, it's just a massively popular song, and it's, you know, if you want to kind of showcase and show off a little bit as a band and so on and so forth, you cover some Iron Maiden, right? They're having a great time. They're killing it. But, man, I'm very impressed right now with Mayu's ability to kind of take this and use her kind of raspy vocal style and make it her own a little bit here. And to have Hazuki come in, not even talking about her guitar playing at this point in time, I'm just now hearing her voice for the first time, and I think it sounds amazing. I need to kind of re-enter that spot again. I was so happy there because Hazuki, while singing, also hit that that harmonic whammy that is just kind of mixed in tons of what I've heard of Aces High. Like that's definitely very present and forward in the mix. They made sure to make sure that that specific spot was really pulled out, and it adds just so much depth of element to the song. Watch her do this. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's certainly not easy by any means, especially with her singing. I'm just impressed with her voice. I like it personally. Great bend control, fantastic solos. Iron Maiden is known for their dueling, if not sometimes even triple solos. It's just something that I'm not going to say they're the first to have coined or anything along those lines, but if you were to ask somebody to describe the five most things that come to mind when if you're gonna see Iron Maiden, you're gonna talk about dueling guitar solos. I mean, it's just constant, it's ever present, regularly written into their songs. Those were both very, very well done. Kind of curious at this point in time in the Nemophila existence. I think they're a fairly new band together. That being said, I'm trying to figure out when was this recorded? Just kind of curious. Is this recent? Is this kind of when they first got together and they were just doing some covers of some stuff just to kind of play together and kind of get to feel each other as they were kind of forming as a band? Just kind of curious where they were at in this moment. Maybe they just filmed it and were like, well, hell, that was amazing. And for the love of God, Haraguchi-san, are you going to kill me right now? Can you see the face she's making? I think she might kick my ass. Just look at her. She is intense and into this. Fantastic, guys. tell you what, Mayu, she is owning this performance. She's really doing a great job. I don't talk about vocals too much because, unless they really command the need to talk about them. So she's getting a little of attention because I really like this kind of style of hers she's put in here. I like it when she blends both the clean with her dirtier stuff, and she's kind of picked, in my opinion, at this point in time, she's kind of picked all the right times to turn that grid on. And she could, you easily could do the same cover and pick all the wrong times to do it, or just do it through the entire song and it just not have as great of an impact. But so far, the delivery from her has been extremely good. And Haraguchi-san, man, have you heard any slip-ups, any missteps, anything like that? No. I mean, and granted, they can mix this and fix it or whatever maybe, but she's just strongly finger picking the hell out of that bass with a level of consistent, and that's especially with that instrument, just consistently playing it with the same power all the way through. Unless it calls for you to pull off, then that's a different story. This does not, and she hasn't. She's just solidly been there, backbone, all the way through the song. And I'm sorry, I don't have much to say about, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but Tamu on drums, other than she's doing a fantastic job. I think that I don't want to say this is simple. I don't, because it's not, and there's a lot of brilliance in a lot of the writing that goes. This is different music from a different generation and different time, so it's written very well. But I think she's able to just easily handle this song, and this is probably stuff like this is probably she was working on this years ago when she was just starting to pick up the drums and so on and so forth, because a lot of new drummers really start getting into Iron Maiden because there's a lot of complexity, a lot of different drum rolls and timings and things like that happen with Iron Maiden stuff. So while it may not necessarily look and be as big and flashy, there's just a lot of intricacies that she's doing really well. I'm enjoying the hell out of this. Some quick facts about Maiden for those of you that don't know. Again, I've got a playlist that I'm building of the entire discography of everything Maiden. So if you're liking this and you're a Nemophila fan or even discovering them and you're like, wow, I really like this song, well, I'm reacting to a band's entire discography that started in 1981 and is still going today. So go check out that playlist. You won't love it all, but you'll probably love a lot of it, and it'd be cool for you to go over there and check that out. This came out in 1984, Aces High. Just got a couple notes that I wanted to share. It was off their 5th album, Power Slave. They use this song to open with a lot, especially on a lot of their big tours and shows. Apparently, this was written from the viewpoint of a British RAF pilot that was in the Battle of Britain, which apparently is the first battle that was handled all by aircraft. So that's what you're hearing. Iron Maiden gives you a lot of that type of historical type songwriting, some of it fictional, some of it not, depending on whatever viewpoint they may be coming from. So if you like that type of depth and message, if you're a Sabaton fan coming over here from a Sabaton video and checking this out and you don't know Iron Maiden, that would be kind of weird, because I'm pretty sure you probably know Iron Maiden if you're a Sabaton fan. But if you're not, then maybe you're a new Sabaton fan, you're like, well, this is going to be down, you're going to get a lot of cool music similar to that Iron Maiden is a band that would have inspired them. So, man, I encourage you to go check out more Iron Maiden if you're really liking what you hear here and you don't know that much about Iron Maiden. It's worth it. These ladies are crushing it, so back to them. Well done on that last part. The guitars, everybody actually starts to drag. The song actually intentionally starts to slow down, drag in spots. So as they're kind of doing some of those harmonizing, they're intently with each other because they're wanting to make sure that they move together, and they did a great job of it. And it's an extremely simple thing, but you'd be shocked at it how if you're not together, going together at that, it just sounds stupid. And they kicked ass. Right here. Well done. Well done. I've got a few Nemophila songs on the playlist at this point in time. Not sure when you're seeing this. There might be a ton of them by the time you see this, but feel free to check that out. Also, the playlist to Iron Maiden, going through every song. It might take me 2 years to get through them all, but if you are a fan of Iron Maiden coming over here and checking out Nemophila, check this out. Good Lord, the Japanese metal scene right now is absolutely crazy, and I haven't even gotten to the guys. I am almost exclusively just in all female metal bands. They are just, I mean, go check them out, and go check out some Love Bites, and go listen to some Bandmade, and go experience that. That being said, for the Nemophila fans that are checking this out, and the people in the Japanese metal scene, if for some reason maybe you're younger, or just didn't get there, whatever it may be, probably because you're younger, and you haven't really gone and fully checked out Iron Maiden, come join us on the playlist. If you like my reactions, you will get to see me react to every single Iron Maiden song that has ever been done. So a good chance for you to discover some Brits that brought over some new heavy metal to the world in early 1980, and are still to this day absolutely crushing it with huge stage shows with massive performances and pyros and the whole thing. They're not just old guys rolling around. I mean, the guy who currently sings in the band flies the plane too. I mean, really cool story. I'm an old classic thrash metalhead, and they're somebody that I discovered in the early 90s around the Fear of the Dark era. But I'm going back to discover some of the old stuff, and having fun doing it. This song was off of an album that came out probably 5 or 6 years prior to me even discovering Iron Maiden myself. But I know this song because I've heard it tons and tons of times live. So come join us if you're not part of the Iron Maiden troop crew, and check out that playlist as well. I'll get it posted either in the description or it'll be up here. I'm not sure which one will show up yet. So, fans, let's exchange. Let's go check out the playlist. And if you didn't like this, then you shouldn't be here hanging out at the end. I'm not real sure what you're still here for. But for those of you that are here, you're my people. I had a couple little geek out moments here. It's cool to share some information with you about one of my favorite bands, Iron Maiden, who I do know a lot of and do love a lot of, and I'm enjoying actually discovering a lot of their new music and old music as well. So come join me on that if you enjoy reacting with me. So those of you in the Nemophila family, man, this has been fun. We'll do more. I once again thank you for having me.